Here, Facts Over Feelings for your Tuesday night. And tonight we're going to get into the second half here where we're going to do a little housekeeping. We're going to talk about some things that we need to deal with as a new nation. We've been talking about this nation building thing for a while now. I think it's safe to assume that while not all of us are ready to leave, a great majority of us know that it's time that we do leave. But what nobody's talking about is how exactly you do that. How exactly do we organize? How exactly do we become structured? How do we pay for this thing? How do we do it in such a way that everyone who wants to go can be in a beneficiary way? How is that done? Well, we talked about the structure of subdivisions that would have to happen if we were to build the organization that would needed to be built first, that would get the consensus of all the people, to determine what our top priorities are, and then the dividing of those teams into committees, and those committees into bigger committees. And if you're sitting there listening to me trying to figure out, where do I fit into all of this? What am I going to be doing? And I've told you, whatever you do right now, whatever your job is right now, whatever your expertise is, whatever you went to school for, whatever you think that you're so learned in, then that is what you bring to the table. We then talked about those divisions. Well, tonight, I'm going to talk about two of those divisions because even though they're listed in an order, there is a method that we must approach it so that it doesn't fail and we become what is known as a nation state. If you have a pen, I encourage you to take notes at this point. The plan that I'm going to give you, I've given only the high overview before. Tonight, I'm going to give you some details. These are things that we would have to do in order for us to build a black nation. We already talked about how we come up with the master plan. We already talked about how we determine our manifest. We already talked about all those things. But then we never talked about how you break down all of these people into a cohesive team so that you move a nation. You see, they have you depicting in Hollywood that when they left Egypt, that it was this mob, they just left. You know, they ran off with all this stuff. That's not the way it happened. You obviously have never read the original text. It doesn't say that. As a matter of fact, the exodus out of Egypt did not happen all at one time like they had on the Ten Commandments. It happened in waves. It happened in groups. As a matter of fact, the last group to leave was the fighters. You understand what I'm saying? The last group to leave was the army. The last group to leave was the militia. The last group to leave, NFAC. So how does that happen? Well, first of all, let me talk about the divisions, and then I'm going to stop at the ones that we need to talk about, my people. If this does not apply to you, then you just a spectator. I understand y'all know y'all time is up and y'all a little shook, but it's okay. We don't hate you. We hate what you have done. We don't go around hating people. That's not the style of our race, but for us to respond to hatred by hating the people who've done it to us, well, that's any situation. So we got several divisions that we would have to have, people. The first division is the division of economic planning and development. If you fall into that category, then you would probably be under the departments for promotion of community cooperative enterprises. You all are going to build your own businesses. The Department of Finance, banking, and credit unions, so we can have our own banking structure of our own currency. You see, there you go again. We can have our own currency. Like when they decide they want to, if they decide to pay us reparations, we'll take our reparation in gold bars. We don't want your fiat money. Pay us something that's worth us trading to somebody else. Gold and silver would do us just fine, along with everything else that we're going to take with us that we built. Okay. The other department is the credit unions department, the Institute of Technology and Personal Training, a Central Office of Accounting and Financial Control, a Department of Land Reclamation and Farming. So all you black farmers out there that are being screwed over by the U.S. government, there's a future and more land that you don't have to sit there and have somebody tell you what you can or can't grow and the whole 9 yards. The Department of Transport and Distribution Agency, the Central Purchasing and Supply Agency. See, all y'all that like to do all those type jobs, that's where you would be. That's where y'all get busy. Y'all put that together. That's what you do. Then we have the division of political action. You know, all y'all that want to run for council and this, that, and the third, but you know that the people that's in office ain't doing jack. We have to have a division of public education. Yes, a public education, which is going to give us a foundation for directed research and field studies and the training of scholars for neglected areas in the various aspects of our Black lives and in our history. Notice I said for the training of scholars, not students. Scholars. We're going to turn you into geniuses. That should be the purpose of our education system. There should be a committee of visitors, a division of education. We have to have that. Do you have to have a division of community services? We have to have a division of community services. You know who falls under that. Some of y'all work for these people already. The Department of Health and Sanitation. You know, we're talking about community clinics, the community clean block program, the better home and life counseling, all that stuff that you should have be implementing in your neighborhoods right now. A division of youth activities. When I was growing up, we had the boys club, the girls club. There was things for us to do. We have to assume the leadership role in all those areas and all those undertakings for which they are capable. We're talking about students and non-students joining hands in this race building effort. We then have to have an area that I really want to focus on, and that is the division of Pan-African affairs. When I say Pan-African affairs, people say, well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? You mean the Pan-African movement? No, we're not talking about that. We're building a nation. That division would mean direct contact and the closest relationship with the people and the states of Black Africa, the Caribbean, and other Black population centers around the world. Someone asked me on an interview today for Vice magazine, they said, is it possible for you all to leave America? And the ones that don't leave, can you leave them behind so that we'll have diplomatic relations with you? You know, that sounds beautiful on paper. But if we have to leave you behind, it's a good bet that we're not trying to let you have any diplomatic contact with this new country, because whatever reason you got left behind for was because of something that would poison the new land and poison the new minds. So I had to let them know that sounds good. Y'all would like something like that, because then you'd be right back in the same position that you was when you was in England and you sent mulattoes down. I'm not criticizing how you got the way you are, but I'm telling you what they were used for. Sent them down to infiltrate African kingdoms so that when the white man came down and tried to get in, that somebody looked like us saying, they cool, let them on in. So we're avoiding all of that. So in the division of Pan-African affairs, there'd be somebody who be in contact with y'all that stayed behind. Just the diplomatic niceties, but that's about it. But as far as you having unfettered visa and access to what we built, hell to the no. That's not going to happen. That's why we have to be able to defend our country. And that's why I'm going to talk about two areas that we have to have. The first one, the Division of Pan-African Studies, they have multiple jobs. If you do this already in your job, then this is what we need you to volunteer to do, to keep them fully informed on what we are doing and how, to learn from them and what they're doing and how, and to find out what the obstacles are in each area, including our own and theirs together. So in other words, we letting them know what we doing. They letting us know what they doing. We communicating. Whatever obstacles we got, this division works that out. It ain't y'all out in the street disagreeing and backstabbing each other. But there's another division. And this is the division, if y'all looking for me, this is where I'll be. The division of intelligence and security. You see, the division would maintain highly trained intelligent agents, not y'all running around. See, most y'all quick to call, they're an agent. You wouldn't know an agent if you met one. You ain't never served in a service or know anything about the training or the mentality that it takes to produce an agent, let alone a double agent, let alone a triple agent, let alone a super agent. So sit your ignorant ass down, always calling somebody an agent, because for all we know, you the agent. But in this division of intelligence and security, we would have highly trained intelligent agents. Rest assured that we have gotten requests for members who are former members of some of these intelligence agencies in the United States who want to join the NFAC. And we said, thank you, but no thank you. We rather train our own. You have allegiances that we know nothing about. We can't take that risk. This would also be the place where we check internal subversion. Yeah, we're trying to find out who's trying to sabotage us. And activities of agents placed within the organization by others. See, I know it's a lot of people to join NFAC. Y'all part of all these organizations that we don't rock with. Y'all think we're not going to figure y'all out. Haven't y'all found out something about us that we told y'all? Eventually, everybody takes the blood oath. And we're going to find out who you are for real. And it's a one-way trip, cousin. It's a one-way trip. So be careful who you send because you won't get them back. In the meantime, in the between time, one of the other parts of the Division of Intelligence and Security for the new country is to secure complete records of all persons employed by or connected with the organization. That's like we do here in the NFAC. In this particular instance, anybody who wants to be a part of that black organization we talked about that would find out what everybody wants to do to help determine our destiny, we need records on every last one of you. And here's where a lot of y'all fall down. I got to talk to y'all tonight. I have read some of the most ridiculous things about people who act like I just popped up out of a Cheerio box. Like all of a sudden I don't have where did he come from? Who is he? But who fail to do basic research. Even when people are telling them, just research the brother. You'll find out this ain't nothing new. He been at this for a minute. He didn't change. The world changed. He didn't change. The times changed. He didn't change. The spirit changed. He didn't change because he's sent doing what he was supposed to be doing. He was just getting better at it. So don't stop talking about what we can't do if you haven't done the research to show us what we can do. Can I talk to you? Somebody say, talk, black man. Now, the other function of the Division of Intelligence and Security, and why am I telling you all of this? Because we about to clean up some stuff before we can go forward. We have to clean up some stuff before we go forward. See, a lot of y'all think that we're going to fall for the same trick that France played on Haiti. Yes, I got to talk about Haiti real quick. Salute to my Haitian brothers. See, a lot of y'all know that Haiti is in real bad shape right now. But let's be honest. At one time, Haiti was one of the most prosperous and profitable countries on earth until they rebelled and kicked the white man out and took over. And then France turned around and told them, look, we're going to come in with the whole army, re-invade you, re-enslave you if you don't pay us for the lost property. The property was the people. So you got the slaves that got free, got to pay you for losing themselves, and that bankrupted the country. Plus putting in some crooked ass leaders that he bankrupted the country even more. So all the work that these people did to get free, they were sabotaged by some of their own damn people. That's why you got to have a Division of Intelligence and Security. You must have this in place, because if you don't, you're going to be infiltrated, and you're going to have people that you think standing right next to you got the same goals. They work for them. Yet y'all think I'm crazy by saying that when we find you, we'll kill your ass. Anyway, a third function of that department is to promote the formation and the training of self-protection units everywhere to defend the community against unlawful and unjust raids and other forms of murderous attacks that should occur. Do you understand what I just told you? The purpose of this division is to train you to defend yourselves in organized groups like y'all doing right now. So remember what they said, raids. A raid is when somebody come to take something from you. They come in to take your goods. You think we're going to be able to build a country and people ain't going to try and come in and steal our resources? They ain't going to try to steal what we got. Hell, even steal our kids and our women. We got to have a response already in place the same way in your neighborhoods right now. They coming in to steal y'all. They coming in to take your women. They coming in to take your children. They coming in to kill y'all. Y'all should have a response already on the ground. I said this once before. See, white people, thank you for always reminding us of black on black crime. Thank you for letting me know that I can turn around and say to my people, where all them guns that y'all got? Use those guns to form your neighborhood patrols. Use those guns to repel any type of attack. Use those guns to self-police your own neighborhood. You got the guns, gangbangers. I know y'all got the guns. That's the same principle we using right here in the Division of Intelligence and Security. And all y'all out there that got them guns, who you think we're going to ask to train when you come into the new nation? Now, that division, along with the Division of Pan-African Affairs, number one, secures us. The other one makes sure we know what our peoples is doing. One of them finds out who's working for us, and the other one helps us find out if somebody done snuck somebody in. One of those is going to show us how to protect ourselves, while the other one helps us get help when shit gets too deep. Those two departments have to be set up first. before anything else gets set up. Because you can't build anything if you can't defend where you building it at. We're not talking about moving to somebody else's country and everybody just pack their bags and shit. We're talking about building a nation. Y'all built this raggedy motherfucker. We can build our own. I don't say a word right there. Somebody asked me, what are the other departments besides those two that I just talked about? Well, there's a Commission for Spiritual Life and Assistance. There's the Department of Ideology and Guidelines. There's the department. And somebody said, well, what are the guidelines? The guidelines are the Constitution that we would eventually write that governs us, with the chairman of the Council of Leaders acting under the council instructions. Notice I said the leader acts under the council's instructions. You all will comprise the council. Whoever is sitting as the leader has to do the bidding of the people, or the council will replace that individual. Now, I myself would have a conflict of interest. You see, history has proven to us that whoever is in charge of the military, when shit don't go right, they're the ones that seize power. That's how Fidel Castro got in power. That's how they got in power in Iran. That's how they got in power in Iraq. That's how Gaddafi got in power. Everybody gets in power because they got the muscle. I don't want to be in that position. I'm going to have too much fun defending my country. But if I have to go sit in the kingship, then we got to have somebody who can run that division so that I can sleep at night. And all the kids are protected and all the women are protected. And anybody that has a problem with us knows that our origin came from the year 2020, when shit just got too deep and we finally got our shit together and we pushed back. Now, the final great issue that involves just this race alone is this dismal view from the bridge that was reached after this long journey. So the outlook is always negative. People are always telling us what we can't do. The problem with that is we can do whatever we put our minds to. We have set up some of the most ingenious systems illegally. We have found ways to defeat just about every type of law that we can think of. We're very ingenious people. But right now, we've gotten into a place where we have been brainwashed. And you've been brainwashed several ways. It's like they took cups of brainwash and kept pouring it on you. Here's a brainwash about religion. Oh, here's a brainwash about what the culture is that we say it is. Oh, here's a brainwash about your inferiority. Oh, here's a brainwash about y'all can't be together because y'all just dangerous creatures. Men don't need the women. Women don't need the men. Oh, here you go. Here's the brainwash of you can't invent shit. So you can't even, your whole job is just to work for somebody. That's your purpose. You're just going to work for somebody else. We took away your desire to build your own stuff. We took away, you don't know how to mass produce for your own people. We took that away. Now when somebody comes along with some mental bleach, with some spiritual Brillo pads, scrub down your soul and bleach your mind to get you clean, you resist. You running. It's like remember when you was here the comedy come. Remember when you was a kid that was always the one child in the family who thought that a bath was the end of the world? They had to chase this motherfucker down and tie him down and hog tie him and bring him back and toss his ass in the tub. Remember when you used to get in the tub and your mama said, make sure you wash your ass, and you just get in the tub and stand there and look around, didn't turn on the water. She know you didn't. Then you used to run the water and move your hands around. Why were you afraid of washing your ass? Some of y'all got that same mentality about your mind. We got to chase you with the fucking bleach. We got to hold you down and feed you the lesson. We got to stick the shit down your throat and bring it out. That's what we have to do. That's what I'm finding is the hardest part about this whole process. It's not explaining to my people exactly what it is that we have to do. It is getting them to do it. And do it with the purpose, and do it like it's going to save all of us. I know some of y'all don't care about yourself, so you don't care about us. Have a seat. I know some of y'all don't think that there's a problem. You know, this is great. We love it here. Have a seat. I know there's a lot of y'all that think, well, I don't want to lose what I got. Oh, have a seat. But for the rest of us that have been victimized, oppressed, depressed, regressed, and not impressed, we ready to try something different. You see, we've been in this relationship a long time. And if I'm talking to you, America, I want to talk like, I called you, before you go and do what you're going to do, can I have a word with you? Look, we've been in this relationship a long time. And we've had our ups and our downs, and we had some good times. But you're abusive now. You keep putting your hands on me. You keep choking me. You shot me. You hanging me. And then on top of that, when I asked you to help me, you hurt me even more, America. You're abusive. And I don't really want to do nothing to you, but you're pushing me into a corner where I'm going to have to boil some water, boil some grits, wait for you to go to sleep, light your ass up. Okay? Old school. This relationship ain't working out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be a bigger person. And I'm going to leave this motherfucker. Now, when I leave, don't try to stop me. Because if you do that, then that's going to be the last straw. Okay? I will not be held again. I will not be put in bondage again. I will not have a chain on me again. If I have to go, I'm not going by my damn self. I keep telling y'all I'm going to show up at the pearly gates a little early, and Gabriel or Michael or Raphael or one of them going to be standing there and be like, what are you doing here? You early. I said, I know, but look, I brought all these motherfuckers with me. So what's happening? Okay, don't put me in that situation. I'm speaking as a black race. Don't put me in this situation because it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. It's not because I say so. It's because the Most High said so, and the time is now. So if you ain't one of them other groups, you just have a seat. Okay, you can't be a part of this. Now, somebody asked me, what about all our bros in prison? See, you didn't catch the beginning of this when I first started talking about it. We ain't leaving nobody behind. If we actually start to exodus the United States of America, the United States will do to us what Cuba did to the United States when they had the Cuban missile, when they had the Cuban, what do they call it? When they had all the boats came over, when Fidel let everybody go. They let a lot of the people out of jail to go with them too. Y'all saw the movie Scarface. Stop sitting here trying to get brainwashed back in people in jail. Did you not see Scarface? Face was a criminal that they let go. Okay? We gonna ask, can we have our people? Y'all don't realize, see, when this shit really happens, y'all gonna be sitting there like, damn, Jay told us all this shit was gonna happen. And it's happening just like that. It's not the fact of whether or not it's going to happen. It's the fact of whether or not you're prepared for the response. So cause see, oh God, I gotta teach again. If you don't know what the world court is, go educate yourself before you talk ignorant. I know a lot of y'all are too stupid, and I'm talking to white folks now, to actually understand what the world court is. You're such a barbarian that you actually think that someone is going to come fight you over some shit you stole. That's not what we said. We're smarter than that. No, we said that we would go through the world court and have it sanctioned against the United States that you do one of two things. Either give us our own space in this country, which we know you're not going to do. Give us a state, which we know you're not going to do. We bank on you not doing it. We hope you don't do it. Because then we get the other option, or don't stand in our way when we decide to leave in an orderly fashion. Don't be coming up with no bullshit trying to stop us from exiting from this motherfucker. Here's why. Because once we file that paper in the international court, and once we have alliances with other countries, and once we declare ourselves a nation that is leaving, not only will you end up going to war with us, but you're going to end up going to war with every country that we've signed alliances with. The same shit you do to other countries will be done to you. So it will be smart for you to let us just walk the fuck out the door. That's what we're talking about. So all you country bumpkin asses who sitting there talking about they want to come down here for a fight, we're ready. We're gonna go fight you over shit. It ain't yours no way. We're putting the request on the table so you can say no, which sets us up for the next piece, which means thank you. We'll be packing our shit, all our shit, in the next few days. We will be forming a brigade that's going to get all our people to these ports, and these ships are going to take us out, and you can stand there and wave your ass, wave. I don't care. Bottom line is we bouncing, and you're going to get what you asked for. Now, all y'all who choose to stay, that's entirely on you. You got to live with that. That obviously means that that's who you chose to stay with. And if you think they're going to show you some love after all us pull off, I wish y'all the best. But don't y'all keep that same energy when the reality of it sets in. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about a nation of people saying, fuck the bullshit, we're out of here. And if you think the United States would risk war with other countries because another nation is trying to leave, you disillusioned. You really don't understand world politics like I do. Oh, it wasn't just a matter of going to school. You keep forgetting I ran for the presidency, some shit that y'all missed. One of the things that I told you in his book, where's the book? Somebody hand me bro, give me the book. This book right here. If you haven't read Superpower by Ian Bremmer, right on the back of the book, it says this brilliant and provocative book is required reading for every presidential candidate in 2016 and everyone else who will cast a vote. This book is required reading for presidential candidates. Kanye, have you read this? Hell no. And y'all go ahead and play this silly ass game if y'all want to. You got to understand how a country has to fit into the global environment in order to survive before you call yourself wanting to leave somewhere. We're tired of being refugees. We're tired of being people without a country. We're tired of being treated as secondhand citizens. So if we have to pack our shit up and take what we can and go somewhere that's rich in resources where we don't have to experience racism, someplace where people can treat us as an equal, where we can call ourselves a citizen of our own, where we can build our own commerce, build our own arts and sciences, build everything that we ever wanted, you damn right we're going to take that opportunity because it's obvious we're not welcome here anymore. And all y'all who sitting there brainwashing yourself talking about, well, he must be talking about them. You keep your dumb ass here then. Now that we done got that out the way, I want y'all to realize that we got some work to do, and the work needs to start before we leave. Y'all always want to tell everybody what you're doing. Always want to broadcast your moves. We don't do that. I just told you what you need to do. I didn't tell you where or how to do it. But now you know what you need to do. So get to doing. And check your egos at the door. So, Black Lives Matter. Oh, y'all thought y'all was going to get off the hook tonight. Oh, no. I'm going to shut this shit down right now. I am getting sick and tired of seeing Black Lives Matter trying to attach what we did at Stone Mountain to them. I have said this repeatedly, and I'm going to say it on the air again. NFAC does not rock with the Black Lives Matter organization. We don't rock with an organization that hates straight black men. It's on their mission statement. We don't rock with them. Y'all ain't bust a grape in a fruit fight. So when you decide to form a militia of your own, then you take pictures of that. But for me to see my video posted on your site talking about we were defending your honor, oh no, the fuck we wasn't. We don't split and divide our black people. We don't divide them by sexual behavior. You're either black or you're not. So I'm going to say it publicly. NFAC is not lined up with BLM. And I don't want to see that shit on your site again. The same way you don't want me on your shit, I don't want you on mine. One more thing before I go. Y'all done got me pissed off up in here. Now I'm ready to go lead a protest or some shit. Y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all don't realize that shit been co-opted. I ain't never seen so many white people talking about Black Lives Matter in my life. Where the black people at? Interesting. No, NFAC is the movement. Because we moving. And you can't attach yourself to this one. We learned our lesson over the last 5 years. Y'all want to rock with them? Rock with them. But when we start to lead this motherfucker, don't you become banging on, well, I'm with you. No, the fuck you ain't. You can leave that shit here. And if you don't think that what I'm saying is just confined to the United States, then you haven't talked to my brothers and sisters in Africa. We were born at night, but we wasn't born last night. 10:25 on the East Coast on a Tuesday, in the middle of July, 2020. Facts over feelings. Grandmaster Jay laying it all the way down like 4 flat tires. I hope to see y'all again. Again, we are trying to get some things in position. Major announcement coming. Please stay close. About to make an announcement with regards to the expansion of the NFAC footprint. And this is on an international scale. I'll give you all that announcement in the next 24 to 48 hours. A lot of people are asking questions about how can they join. Let me say this publicly. Y'all can stop that. Because half of y'all that's asking to join, y'all ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. Your motives are in question. That's why you can submit everything you want. We're not accepting everybody who says they want to join. We don't trust most of you, to be honest with you. And because of some of the fuckery that I've been seeing going on around the internet and so forth, I really don't know who to trust. So I'm gonna stick with the core group we got right now. Everybody else, you will be vetted. But for right now, y'all can stop all that I want to join shit. Okay, we're not hearing that right now. We are too big as it is for us not to be able to accomplish what we need to accomplish. So I wanted to say that publicly because I'm seeing all kind of charlatans and clowns coming over talking about, I want to join. No, you don't. Get out the way for real people that want to join. Okay. Get out of the way for people who really want to lay down their lives to join. Get out the way of these mothers and fathers that's reaching out. They got 4 and 5 kids saying, I'm concerned about the future of my kids. I want to join. Don't come over here with your I Spy ass trying to find out something because you want to see how somebody else is doing it right when your ass has done zero. Y'all don't seem to get what I'm really saying to you. You can do whatever you want. I should see everybody with a militia now. There should be like gangs of militias walking around from the same organizations that been claiming that they bout it all these years. I should see y'all. We done capped it off. Where y'all at? I don't see you either. So don't be sending your little spies and shit over here trying to figure out what we're doing, minding our own goddamn business. Y'all think I'm talking real crazy right now, but you don't know how your own people are attacking an effort to move black people forward. And I'm not no weak leader like that, so I'm going to call you out. I'm transparent because I would only want to represent the will of my people, not my people be under my control. That's all I got to say about that. I want y'all to remember that at the end of the day, we're all family. We're all family. The problem is some of us forget that, and we forget that no matter what you think right now, that's really not the way things are. People show their true colors, not when things are going good. So be careful of the deals that you're cutting because you're going to find out people show their true colors when shit gets really, really, really bad. And I don't want to see any of my friends or foes, because I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I don't want to see any of you all fall victim to finding out that at the end of the day, you chose the wrong team. And if you think those people that are your friends now gonna stay your friends, I got a question for y'all. How many times this week have we seen black people who was hanging out with people of another race where the black person ended up getting the short end of the stick, almost getting lynched? Somebody got threw out the window. I heard some dude got shot in the bathroom at a party, but he's the only black person there. So my question to you is, when do you begin to learn your lesson? You keep on hanging out with the other team. Wait till we all leave this motherfucker. When that happens, then we gonna find out who your real friends are. I'm not saying it's all of them, but you can't tell who's who until the shit hit the fan. Okay? Don't you remember last week they had some cops that said they couldn't wait for the shooting to start? Cops! Don't y'all know that they arrested some people dressed like cops that was trying to kidnap some people in Richmond? Cops! Don't you know that for all the protesting that y'all did, that they still have not reformed the police yet? They just got quiet. They're waiting for you to die down. Yeah. I hope to see y'all soon. And remember, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your head on the sky. And we in a relationship. And we going through a lot of changes in that relationship. So the best way for us to fix this is we got to get up out of here, y'all. Real talk. And if you're going through a situation in your life and I've inspired you to do the same, don't you stay there for another minute. You get yourself together because it's time for us to raise up as a people and unite as one. And we don't have room for the bullshit. That's all I really want to tell you as a people tonight. I hope y'all catch y'all back. I hope I haven't scared you away. I hope I haven't shattered your theology to the point where you figure you won't come back and see me. Because I'm going to tell the truth regardless. I want to send a big shout out to all my NFAC members. I love y'all to death. You're doing great work. I see what you're doing. It's amazing. The recruitment tour will be starting soon. I'll be coming to your city to sanction your chapter. We're going to do this city by city, and we will announce the cities in a very short fuse. So you will not be able to plot and plan no shit. We're not walking into no traps. We're not doing nothing like that. Big announcement coming up, NFAC. It's about to go down like a plane crash, okay? I'm going to see y'all right back here. Remember, love the people that you see before you hate them. Stop being so quick to think somebody's negative. Stop letting strangers up in your neighborhood and you just turn your head. Listen, fuck all that. We're not minding our business no more. Their business is your business. Okay? That's the motto this week. Their business is your business. If you want me to get out your face, make sure everything is good. But if it's screaming and hollering going on, if it's sirens and police going on, if it's fighting in the street going on, you need to be on the deck. And all y'all that's strapped up shorty, that go to the range, that know how to handle your weapon, you are the front line security in your own damn neighborhood. Okay? That's the mode of thought we got right now. They can't stand how we sticking together right now. They can't stand how I'm talking to y'all right now. They can't stand to see y'all walking in your spirit right now. They can't stand the fact that the ancestors is talking to y'all right now. They want y'all to just to be quiet and shut up and go back to being good little slave descendants. Got news for you, cousin. We about to fake you out on the breakout. And on that note, I'm going to bid you shalom. And I am the official Grandmaster Jay. And this is the original Facts Over Feelings. And we are the one and only not fucking around coalition. Y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all on the morning mental.